So yes, yes, Jai Sachidanand. Huh?
Jai
Jai
Satchitanand.
Satchitanand.
Satchidanand.
Jai Sachidanand from Christian to Damian and Devdasi to Patricia and everybody in the middle.
Jai
Shuddha Mangal.
Satchitanand, my dear Shoda.
Highest namaskars to the Paramatma that is now present and interacting through this body complex. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Satchitanand.
All right, so let us begin with the three mantra and
Comenzamos con el Trimantra. ¿Quién quiere cantar?
¿Canto yo?
Ay, sí.
Arman. Okay.
Ok. Namo Vidragay, Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Vasayanam, Namo Loye Savasahunam, Eso Panchanamukaro, Savapavapanashano, Mangalanam Cha Sauvesim, Padamaham Khavai Mangalam, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevai, Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satchitanand. Namo Vitragai, Namo Arihantanam, Namo Sitanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Vasayanam, Namo Loye Sava Sahunam, Eso Panchanamukaro, Savapavapanashano, Mangalanam Cha Sauvesim, Paramam Khavai Mangalam, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevai, Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satchidanand. Namo Vitragai, Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Vasayanam, Namo Loye Savasahunam, Eso Panchanamukaro, Savapavapanashano, Mangalanam Cha Sauvesim, Padamam Khavai Mangalam, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevai, Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satchidanand. Jai Satchidanand. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Satchitanand.
Arman, you delivered it perfectly. You see, with awareness and emphasis on every magnificent word of this three mantra.
Dice que es hermoso, es que lo cantaste con mucha conciencia y que las palabras salieron con un ritmo divino.
Now, are you ready for our song? Who is going to sing our first two lines?
¿Quién va a cantar las primeras dos líneas de la canción que dio Shuda? I sent you a message because we couldn't find it in
Okay, all right.
yes.
Um, Yes, I'm going to share it again here, and then you can copy the link from it, you see.
Bueno, ahora yo le escribí ayuda que no encontrábamos la canción y ahora va a compartir el link él para que podamos tenerlo.
And you can see the link on top. This is the link.
¿Pueden ver el link? El que lo están señalando ahora, ¿lo pueden ver?
And this is the song, you see. So we will play this a little bit,
Y
because
esta la canción va a tocarla, a hacerla,
yes, and
que escuchemos.
it just goes like this.
शक्ति आपने सदुपयोग કરી શકો એવી દાદા દ્રષ્ટિ આપોને શુદ્ધાત્મા જ્યોતિને શુદ્ધાત્મા થવાની દાદા શક્તિ આપોને
Okay. So essentially, I think I might have given you the words wrong last time. Just a line, so I'm going to put it in there. It is essentially Shuddhatma Joine. Shuddhatma Joine. Joine means Shuddhatma Thavani. Shuddhatma Thavani Dada Shakti Apone. Shakti, give me the energy, Dada, by seeing the pure soul. Yes. Apone. Give. Apo means to give. You see, apone. So this is the first line is correct. And then in the chat, kono. Kono. Sad upayog kari shaku dada કરી શકો દાદા કરી શકો એવી દાદા કરી શકો એવી દાદા drashti આપોને. This is the word that was missing. Drashti means vision, view.
Means what?
Drashti means, I'll give it to you in a minute. Drashti means view. Apone. Now here it is. So in a शुद्धात्मा જોઈને શુદ્ધાત્મા થવાની દાદા શક્તિ આપોને આંખોનો સદઉપયોગ કરી શકું એવી દાદા દ્રષ્ટિ આપોને. May I utilize these eyes for the right purpose, right way of, and give me that vision, Dada. Give me the vision. Grant me, or give me the vision. Vision means drashti, you see, drashti. There is a vision of these physical eyes, and then there is a vision of our own eyes, you see, drashti. Give me the vision, drashti, of the right use of these physical eyes, is physical eyes. You see, this is so important. So this is, we are saying Shuddhatma Joine, by seeing the pure soul, let Dada શુદ્ધાત્મા થવાની દાદા શક્તિ આપોને. By by seeing the pure souls, grant me the energy to become the pure soul. By seeing the pure soul, grant me the energy, Dada, to be be slash be slash become the pure soul. You see, it's a very beautiful line. It's a continuous prayer to the Dada. The Dada is grant me this energy. You see, so that I can use these eyes in the remaining time of my life in this body to the exact correct purpose, which is to see the pure souls. These eyes have been given to see the pure souls, and the rest is relative, you see. And whatever is needed in the relative will automatically get done. So this is, but the new energy is the language and the vision of the Lord. Yes, okay, go on.
Bien. Bueno, la primera línea es pedirle a Dada, ¿no? Que usemos estos ojos para poder ver para ver el alma pura, ¿no? Y le pedimos la energía para ser el alma pura, para volvernos el alma pura. La segunda línea es también pedirle a Dada que nos dé, que pueda yo usar, que me dé esta visión para usar los ojos correctamente, para tener la visión eh, de, de qué es lo importante, ¿no? Que durante toda esta vida yo pueda ver el alma pura y que el resto, que es lo relativo, se termine.
Yeah. So you see Sadguru, we say Sadguru in India. That means the Guru, the master, who doesn't want anything out of you, and yet he wants the master who liberates you from all desires and denials, all attachment and abhorrence. Desire is attachment, abhorrence is denial. You see, I don't want it, I don't want it. You see, so when you, this one here, this state, this Shuddhatma, once you and I are Shuddhatma, are pure souls, but it is the exact key is Dada. May I make the right use of these eyes. May I make the right use of these eyes to see the pure one within the other human being that is in front of me, you see, within all human beings, within all animals and birds, everything like that. You see, so Shuddhatma. Okay, now we're, yeah, okay, all right.
Dice, por ejemplo, por ejemplo, los sadgurus, los maestros, no quieren nada de ti, y sí lo que piden tienen es tu liberación y que puedas encontrar un maestro donde el deseo y la negación desaparezcan.
Mhm.
Y bueno, en realidad somos alma pura y el correcto uso de los ojos es para ver el alma pura en todo ser viviente que tengamos frente a nosotros.
All right, so this time we start with loose. Loose. Just sing with Shuddha. Shuddhatma Joine Shuddhatma Davani Dada Shakti Apone.
Shuddhatma joine, Shuddhatma tavani dada shakti apone.
Akhono Sad Upayog Karishaku Evi Dada Drashti Apone.
Angkono sada upayon, Karishako evidada drashti apone.
Very good. That's all. You see, this is all. The more you hear those lines in the link that I've given you, those are the most critical ones. Everything else is a lot of detail, but these two lines are fundamental. You see, it, you, you cannot take a walk. You cannot take a walk as loose, you know, and see Shuddhatma. You have to see the pure soul first so that you continue to see the pure soul during your walk, you see. Come there, first come home and then see the others at that level.
Ujú. Esto son estas hermosas dos líneas que nos invita a cantar, y Cruz lo hizo divinamente. Y esto es fundamental, ¿no? Porque, por ejemplo, no se puede caminar como luz viendo a los otros como alma pura. Primero hay que volver al hogar, desde soy alma pura, para poder ver el alma pura en los demás.
Mhm, mhm. Uh, yes, continuing. Who else would like to sing these two lines?
¿Quién más le gustaría cantar estas dos líneas?
All right. We'll say Sandra. Hola, Sandra.
Sandra.
Okay, Sandra has disappeared. All right. You're right. We're just going to have Damian sing it. Not sing.
Perdón, es la primera vez que la escucho.
What's that?
Ah,
What she said?
that is another. That she's Sandra Ayala, and it's the first time she listened this song.
Oh, that is what happened to our other Sandra. So this is Sandra Ayala. This is the other another Sandra.
Tosto, yes,
Okay.
there is Sandra Tosto.
All right. Arman, should just sing after me. Shuddhatma Joine Shuddhatma Dada Shakti Apone.
Shuddhatma Jokholioine Shuddhatma Shakti Apone
आँखोनो सद उपयोग કરી શકું એવી દાદા દ્રષ્ટિ આપોને
Apono Sadhyupayo Karishau
એ
No, me perdí.
કરી શકું એવી દાદા દ્રષ્ટિ આપોને
Karishadu Dada Shakti Apone.
Very good. It's close. You see, it's close. Okay, very good. Just practice it. No, you know why? You're doing the ring. You know how to sing the Tri Mantra. This is the next part. Tri Mantra is for the world. This is for you and your own liberation. You see, very simple lines. See the pure soul and Dada. By seeing the pure soul, let me be the pure soul, and then grant me the absolute upyog, the correct upyog, correct use of these eyes. These eyes are not to see that which will pull you and throw you into attachment, aversion, rag, dvesh. These eyes are to see the pure soul. These eyes of ours, my friends, are meant to see the pure and nothing else. You see? These eyes.
El Trimantra lo cantamos y lo cantamos para el mundo. Y esta es como la segunda parte, porque esto es para nuestra liberación. Y esta es la energía que le pedimos a Dada que nos dé para poder estar, para usar los ojos correctamente, ver el alma pura en los demás. Y, y bueno, es para nosotros, para tener la visión del alma pura en todos.
Good. Very well, good. So now I'm going to share our the magazine that we've been reading, the Dadavani magazine of April 2025. We have gone pretty far ahead. Let me see where we are on this one. Can you page?
It's page 71
Yes.
was the last time.
Okay, good. Yes, here we are. Okay. Okay, page 71. Yes, Nima, હું અંદર છું Nima, લો. Hey, okay, કઈ વાંધો નહીં. લો, જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ. Okay. Yes. We have finished up until page 72. On page 72, we now begin with the next session. You see, this is very amazingly important. Gnata Drashta Sivai Badhui Dakodakal. This is on page 19 of Gujarati, page 72 of yours. You see, besides the state of the knower seer, everything is interference.
Además del estado del conoce, del que conoce y el que ve, todo es interferencia.
All right. That, so the question is asked, questioner says, so does that mean that if the state as the knower seer does not remain, there is dakho interference and interference reaction. Dakho means interference, dakal means now the reaction of the interference.
Ujú. El interlocutor le pregunta, ¿significa que si el estado de como conocedor y el que ve no permite que haya interferencia o lo que es interferido?
Dadashri says, yes. Everything besides the state of the knower seer is dakho, and that itself is called worldly life. But now the reality is that one cannot remain. This is now Dada is talking about Mahatmas now. Now the reality is that one cannot remain the knower seer. A person does not have that kind of energy, Shakti. Yes, it does, that much energy. Otherwise, if one remains the knower seer, it means he has become God. But until then, what should one do? If a thought arises to interfere, then do pratikraman at that time. So then it is not considered dakhal or dakho, you see.
Ujú,
Interference did happen, but you turned it around. This is the most subtle part of our science, okay?
ujú. Dadashri dice, sí, todo lo que no sea el estado de que conoce y el que ve es dakal. Y eso mismo se llama vida mundana. Pero ahora la realidad, y si hablando de los Mahatmas, ¿no? Es que uno no puede permanecer como el que conoce y el que ve. Una persona no tiene tanta energía, Shakti. De lo contrario, si uno permanece como el que conoce y el que ve, significa que ya se ha convertido en Dios. Pero hasta entonces, ¿qué debe hacer uno si sucede? Si surge un pensamiento de interferir, entonces haz practikraman en ese momento. Entonces no se considera dakal. La interferencia ocurrió, pero tú la diste vuelta.
This is pretty
Y
critical.
esto es muy, muy importante.
This is actually, when you look at it, when you consider it, kind of in now at this level, that means even the thought that arises that I want to say something, two or three people are talking, and you, up until now, you have remained the gnata drashta, the knower seer. But when the moment the thought arises, you see, the moment the thought arises that let me say something, I'm going to say something. At that time, if you do pratikraman, O pure soul, I don't want to be in all of these worldly affairs. I want to be with you. Then please forgive me. So now you are doing pratikraman, you see. O pure soul of all of these people in front of me who are shouting or, talking a lot, grant me the energy to see it as it is, you see, and not interfere. So this is amazing. This little sentence, you see, because Dadashri says it will take a time before we all become gods. Gods means perfect knower, seers only. By the time, it'll take some time when we come to that level. But until then, if a thought arises to interfere, then do pratikraman at that time. This means shoot on sight, you see. Then the thought is not called interference, you see. If you don't watch it, that thought will come out in speech. Now it has interference has happened, you see.
Dice, cuando ocurra un pensamiento y estás con un grupo de personas y no puedes mantenerte y no estás en nata drashta, en el que conoce y el que ve, y surge un pensamiento y dices, por ejemplo, déjame decir algo, ahí estás interfiriendo. Cuando lo ves, le pedís a Dada eh, que te dé la energía de lo que está sucediendo con todos y hacer practicrama con todas esas personas que están ahí presenciando. Un pensamiento, ya cuando surge el pensamiento, haces el practicrama, entonces no existe la interferencia.
Now, look how subtle this interference is. Dadashri says interference did happen. You see, how? Because he just had the thought to interfere. That means the thought even to interfere is interference. But you, the Amapura, turned it around. You turned it around. This is the ultimate Purusharth. You see, this is the ultimate state of the Lord, the Señor within each one of us, you see.
Ujú. Dice que ya cuando surge el pensamiento sin que digas nada, este es el punto donde pides la fuerza para no interferir y haciendo practikraman lo limpias. Y entonces llegas al estado más elevado del momento.
Prakashva. Jai Sachidananda. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, પછી આપણે ઓકે જય સચિદાન પછી વાત કરું સત્સંગ પછી જય સચિદાન. All right, so yeah, this interference, you see, yes, everybody says don't interfere, don't interfere. Even the thought to say something in the final analysis is interference, because we are not the owner of the speech. But when you speak with the sense that I'm going to say something, now you're interfering. The speech that is coming out naturally, there is no interference. Whatever the speech is coming out through the medium of Shuddha or Harman or Christian, it is just simply happening. But the feeling or the sense that now I'm going to say something because I've got something important to say, you see, then that is, you can see it, it's going to come out, but before it comes out, you turn it around. Shuddhatma Bhagavan, Shuddhatma Bhagavan. You see, so this is the state of the Lord, the Señor. I mean, yes, the Señor, the Lord, as he's walking around with a body, he has a lot of work through the mind, speech, and body that is unfolding. But now we get to see the amazing the amazing inner state, amazing state of Gnani Purush Dadashri, you see, and his level of pratikramans. His level of pratikramans are now sukshmatam, in other words, very subtle. Even the thought arises, and let me say something, or I want to show, I want to say how I look at it. I want to say what I think of it. Yes.
Yes. Eh, nosotros no somos los dueños del habla o de la palabra. Cuando la palabra sale naturalmente, como en Yuda, en Germán o en Damián, solo es algo que está sucediendo. El tema es cuando surge el pensamiento y es, yo tengo algo que decir, ¿no? Entonces ahí hay que pedirle a la Dada que nos dé la fuerza, para poder estar en estado de alma pura. Entonces, tenemos mucho trabajo que está des- eh, saliendo, que tiene que ver con la mente, el cuerpo y el habla. Y para estar en el estado como nuestro Gnani Purush Dadashri, hay que hacer practikraman para no interferir, ¿no? Porque cuando viene el pensamiento es, yo quiero mostrar cómo yo lo veo, ¿no? No es una forma natural.
Yes, Luz.
Luz.
Entonces, el pratikraman no solamente hay que hacerlo para lavar la mancha, sino si está en un plano sutil, también puede evitar esa mancha, si yo todavía lo tengo en un plano sutil. ¿Es
Ujú.
así?
Lucy is saying, asking if even if it is in a very subtle level, as a thought, there it's possible to shoot it and clean it.
Yes, it's not, you're not killing the thought, you're not shooting the thought, you are moving away from the thought. You cannot kill or shoot the thought because it is happening to this putgal, this non-self complex which has been charged, you see. So the thoughts will come, but moving away from the thoughts is actually the reversal, is the pratikraman. Because if you went with the thoughts, then the aggression would have happened, and that would be the atikraman, you see. And so this is the pratikraman of the Gnanis. You see, the Gnani pratikramans are of a very high level. You see, they they are continuously aware of what is happening, and and are the knowers of the speech that is coming out, and they are the knowers of the speech that is coming out. They do not have the sense of I, that I am going to give an answer or I'm going to correct what was just said. You see, the correction will happen by A.M. Patel, but the Gnani does not at all. Gnani continues to remain separate, you see.
Em, Dice que en realidad no puedes limpiar el pensamiento o dispararle al pensamiento, porque el pensamiento pertenece al Pudgal. Entonces simplemente te alejas, porque lo ves y te alejas. Sí, te enganchas con el pensamiento, entonces no es practikraman, es atikraman. Entonces es mirar esto y tener conciencia de los pensamientos, conocer qué es lo que pienso y lo que digo y mantenerme separado
Mhm.
de eso.
this, you see how high this level of pratikraman is. You see, this is not, the thought has not even come out yet. But the thought, you see, when the thought comes out in the form of speech, you see, if it is not Syadvat speech, if it does not include the views of everyone who is present, then it is going to hurt someone or the other, you see. Whereas this one here is even before the speech comes out, there is something from the past life that says it's about those thoughts arise and there is a pressure of on inside to say something, you see. And but the Gnani turns it around. How does Gnani turn it around? He turns it around by first seeing the pure souls of two or three people in front of him, and then this very fact of seeing the pure souls really is the reversal. When you see the pure souls, then the desire to say something is gone, you see. It may happen, but the desire to say anything is gone. Wow, what is there to see? What is there to say? Yes,
Dice que,
Mhm.
yes, continue.
No, that's it. Go on.
Ok. Dice eh, que el pensamiento surge, ¿no? Y después lo que viene es la palabra. Y si la palabra sale, puede herir a alguien que esté allí. Entonces, antes de decir, ¿no? Se puede sentir esta presión interna de decir algo, de querer mostrar lo que sé. Entonces, ¿qué hace el nani? Lo da vuelta y es ver el alma pura. Y cuando ves el alma pura, entonces viene el deseo de decir algo desaparece, porque estás en la energía, estás en alma pura.
Mhm. Look, my friends, we are rising high up on the mountain now with Gnani. The Gnani is showing us, you see, uh, the subtlest level of interference called dakho, you see. And the subtlest level is a thought that arises, you see. A thought arises, and because of the thought, if you if you let the thought remain, then it will be followed by either subtle inner reaction or overt reaction. In other words, somebody comes, then sits down, you don't, Shuddha doesn't like it, or Patricia doesn't like it, or Luz doesn't like it. You see, no. The correct answer is to see the thought rather than standing up and walking away, you see. If you stand up and walk away, then that is called interference, you see. You're supposed to, the Gnani would.
I can listen very, sorry, I can listen very well,
Uh,
and maybe it's my.
okay, so say
Could
this,
you repeat the last?
say you,
To get up and go away, that's it interference.
yes, because you listen to the mind. you, the mind
Correct.
said, the thought said, oh, this man is here, I don't like it, you see. And now that is
No?
from the past life. And what you do is you followed the mind, you listen to the mind, you entered the mind, so you received the mind, and the mind, so you get up and go. So now that is duckle, it's ducko, it's interference. Instead, if you just sit there and see what happens. Before you leave, you see the Amapura of the man that you don't like. Don't have to say anything. Inside, you say Amapura, and you say, oh, Ushudatma Bhagwan, forgive me. And then you can leave, you see. In other words, you see what has happened is you have corrected it from inside. A negative thought about another human being is aggression. It is aggression. This is aggression happening inside. inside. So far, nobody can see what's happening inside, outside, you see.
Yes, beautiful, thank you. Dice que grandes, que todas estas enseñanzas, estamos llegando a un nivel muy elevado, ¿no? Subiendo en esta montaña que el Gnani nos está mostrando. Y el DACO, la interferencia sutil a nivel pensamiento. Por ejemplo, entra alguien en una habitación y Patricia tiene la creencia de que no me gusta, que no es bueno, lo que fuera, y entonces me voy, me levanto y me voy. Pero ahí está viendo un pensamiento que es negativo. Los pensamientos negativos con respecto a una persona, eso es una agresión. Entonces, no tengo que levantarme e irme. Lo primero que tengo que hacer es pedirle perdón. Oh, Shudatma, perdóname, y allí puedes levantarte y puedes irte. Y no sostener los pensamientos negativos porque es una agresión hacia esa persona.
Do you understand? Everybody understands this is not gone outside. You're just saying something negative arising within, inside. And you means lose immediately. You tell lose, sit down. Don't move away. See the Amapura of the other person. Have you seen? Do you see the Amapura? Now ask for forgiveness for these wrong feelings that you're having about this man. Okay? Yoshidatma Bhagwan. Please forgive me. Shoot on sight. Now you're free. Now you can go.
Ujú. Entonces, cuando surge un pensamiento negativo que puedas observar, lo que haces es pedir perdón a este alma pura que está al frente a ti y recién entonces puedes irte.
Do you see now how many pratikramans will happen in a day? So many pratikramans, automatic shoot on sight, you see. Yes, this is.
It happens then when some thoughts come, because they come, I see, and
If you see that,
I surrender to Dada. Oh, please,
no,
no,
this one is much higher. You surrender to Dada. No, there is no Dada. Dada is inside you. And you have a situation where you got negative thoughts happening about somebody in front of you. This is not an accident. This is from past life. You need to clear it out. You need to clean it out. You see?
okay,
Hmm?
and this is the way.
And this is the way. This is the
Okay,
Gnani level. This is obviously we have stopped hurting through mind, speech, and action outside to others. Now this is internal stuff. This is Gnata Drashta level to the level of becoming a god. You see, this is a god. You see,
mhm.
we're talking about the level at the
The
Dios.
highest levels, the
Highest.
highest level,
Yeah, this.
highest.
Okay, right. Christian, we come to you.
Eh, lo que yo le pregunté sorry, Cristian, lo que le pregunté a Ayuda es que cuando yo veo que surge algo así, es como que le entrego a Dada todo lo que hay adentro de esta cabeza ¿no? Y me dice que no, que la manera es volverme, estar en alma pura, pedir perdón y luego irse. Y ese es exactamente la forma más elevada de poder resolverlo.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Yes, Christian.
No le entregáramos a Dada sin entender que Dada está dentro de nosotros.
Yes.
Decíselo en inglés.
I just was saying that I'm asking a question because
Ah,
it happened to me that uh, what you're talking about happens to me yesterday, and now I'm aware that it has happened very much in the last in my job. In reality, it's that I'm in a directory of a board of in the board of schools, and at some point I try to see the pure soul with people. Is this huge pressure of talking, and I have felt it yesterday. And the fact is that at some point, when I don't talk in the meetings of the board, they scold me because they want my opinion. And at the same time, when I start to say my opinion, I start to talk very much. I'm a heavy talker. And the fact is that I start to be in the ego and start to talk, talk, talk. So, and I lost to see the pure soul in other people. So it's good that I do pratikraman after all this talking, all this act of Christian.
Cristian le está preguntando ayuda que estuvo en una reunión de trabajo. En realidad le sucede mucho, lo ve, pero bueno, justo ayer tuvo una reunión en el directorio y él permanece callado, pero después le, le, le dicen que tiene que hablar, que les importa la opinión de él. Entonces entra en una situación de hablar, de hablar, de hablar, de defender, de pelear y, y que bueno, que sí, esto también se puede resolver con el practikraman.
Yes,
Porque se
yeah.
me olvida el alma pura y Cristian entra en Cristian. Y
Está trabajando, es relativo.
Yeah, absolutely. Is this 100% correct what you have said? Is you can't, while the speech is coming out, it is impossible to, because the speech is an independent thing. It is a taped record that is playing now. All the speech, whether it is in the board meetings, to speak or not to speak is not under our control. To speak or not to speak is not under our control. It happens. Speech is the record plays, you see. The nimitta arises and the record starts playing. Now, the the Amapura is not going away anywhere while Christian is speaking and speaking a lot. The Amapura knows everything that is happening. Is continuously knowing what is happening. And so when Christian has spoken and 5 or 6, 7, 8 people around the table are listening, then there will be immediately, you don't even have to look at the faces of these people, you will know that in some parts of the speech that happened, somebody's level was disturbed. Somebody's level of who he is gets disturbed, you see. And so immediately, see his pure soul and say, "Oh, Mapura, please forgive me." You say, that's all. As simple as that. So, you've done, or, at the end of the meeting, you can look at everyone's Amapura and say, silent. This is silent. Shoot on side pratikramans. Oh, Amapura, please forgive me if I have hurt, my speech hurt you in any way. That's it. And you're done. As you're done, there is nothing else. When the board meeting starts, everybody look at everyone. At that time, internally you see Amapura. So you saw Amapura, you also are Amapuras. That's it. Now, while the meeting is happening, all kinds of clashes will happen or talks. Egos will come. Don't look at the egos of others. Just see where Christian is affected. That's it. And if Christian is affected, that means it needs to be wiped out, needs to be cleaned out through pratikraman. So very nice. Beginning, see the pure soul. When it's over, see the do the pratikraman.
Ujú.
thank you, Shu.
Está 100% correcto, le dice ayuda a Cristian, es correcto esto porque todo lo que se dice, lo que sucede a través del cuerpo y del habla y de la mente, todo está grabado, es como, sí, está grabado, ¿no? Y en el trabajo él tiene que, hable o no, eso no está bajo el control de Cristian, es algo que se aprieta el botón y sale. Este, Y el alma pura nunca se va y conoce absolutamente todo lo que sucede. Y cuando habla, puede ser que alguien de la reunión se sienta molesto. Entonces, cuando la reunión termina, lo ves, si te das cuenta que está molesto y dices, le pides perdón a su alma pura, lo miras y dice alma pura y le pides perdón. Y si mi habla te molestó o te dolió. Entonces, es cuando comienza una reunión, es poder sentir que soy alma pura y que todos los demás son alma pura. Después la reunión empieza y van a surgir todos los egos y va a pasar exactamente lo que tiene que pasar. Y después cuando termina la reunión, si Cristian se sintió afectado por algo, hace practikraman.
Mhm. Good. Also, the other thing is that Dada uses a word very often, turn around. Now, turn around, turn around. You're going this way, but you turn around. Turn around is the sign language of pratikraman, you see. In other words, there is the slightest awareness of aggression that is happening. Aggression means that which hurts another human being. The slight and the Amapura is infinite knowledge, infinite awareness is present. So, yes, when you are sitting there and says, "O Dada, grant me the energy to see my faults," right? Then the energy will be there to see where I am wrong, where Shuddha is wrong. Not others, everybody others are all pure souls, you see. So this, even, this paragraph that we just read is superb in the sense that now Dada is giving us the ideas of how does the Gnani operate, move about in this world. Because in this world is nothing but atikraman, fights, atikraman at all levels, atikramans. How do you move as in this world, you see? Because any movement in this world is associated with aggression, you see.
Yes. Dada dice mucho, dice, ¿no? Como da la vuelta, ¿no? Que no vayas a chocar, solamente da la vuelta. Y este es el lenguaje interno y sutil del practikraman. Yo soy alma pura, con infinito conocimiento, infinita conciencia, y le pedimos a Dada que nos dé la energía para poder ver las propias faltas mías, no las faltas de los demás. Y podemos ver así cómo es que se opera en este mundo. Y en este mundo es la agresión, es atikraman. Entonces poder ver mis faltas, y eso es es lo que hay que resolver, lo propio.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You see this. This is the subtlest level of Atikraman. The subtle, there is the gross, everybody knows this is Atikraman. Shut up, don't say anything. It's obvious Atikraman when you tell somebody, you know. And then, there are all kinds of things. You say, do something with your body, you say. Body's sign language. If you are sitting in the board meeting like this, and then your body language changes, so your chair kind of turns this way. Now you're ignoring that other person. Sit straight, involve everyone. There are so many subtle body reactions that happen, you see. The awareness should be that this person who is in front of me is a God. Is a God. And my purpose in this life, for this time now in my body, in this body, is to see God everywhere, to see the God means purity. It is pure. It was always pure. It's the ignorance, then the ego that makes you see it wrong and impure. You see. Hmm?
Eh, el, esto del practicrama es lo más sutil, lo más elevadamente sutil, ¿no? Y tener conciencia que cualquiera que esté frente a mí es Dios, es un Dios. Y por ejemplo, cuando a veces no solamente es el habla, lo que puede herir a otra persona, también es el lenguaje corporal. Podemos estar sentados eh, conversando y de repente es como que me doy vuelta y estoy ignorando a esa persona y también es una forma de herir, ¿no? Porque el cuerpo, el lenguaje del cuerpo también se puede leer. Y es recordar que el que está frente a mí, quien sea, es un Dios. Y en esta vida, en esta vida es aprender a ver a Dios en todos. Solamente en la ignorancia de ver lo que es incorrecto o que no está bien, es la ignorancia. Por la ignorancia vemos las faltas.
Yes. Uh, yeah. The This is one part. Let me just go back to sharing now. Uh, this one here. When the other says, if you continue to see and know, and if you continue and to see and know continuously, continue to see and know, and then continue to see and know continuously, you are a god. Okay, you have become a god. But in current environment, it is not possible for human beings to be that. And so what are you left with? What are you going to do? It's not easy to be continuously the knower and seer. Then look at it and say, be aware of the nature of interference. You know, to eat, sleep, drink, talk, cook something, share something, that is not interference. That is a natural activity of the body complex. You say to talk to people is not interference. What is this interference then? And the answer is the idea that I'm going to say something. I am saying something is the interference. There's speech that is happening, and yet you say, I am saying this. Now you're in trouble. You say, that is interference.
Yes. Dice, si todo lo que no sea que no sea el estado del que conoce y el que ve, eso mismo se llama vida mundana. Pero ahora la realidad es que uno no puede permanecer como el que conoce y el que ve. Una persona no tiene tanta energía. De lo contrario, si uno permanece como el que conoce y el que ve, significa que se ha convertido en Dios. Pero hasta entonces, ¿qué debe hacer? Si surge un pensamiento de interferir, entonces las practicaman en ese momento. Entonces no se considera dacal. La interferencia ocurrió, pero tú le das la vuelta. La idea de que yo digo algo o de que yo tengo algo para decir, esa es la interferencia. Uno puede estar hablando, puede estar cocinando, puede hacer un té, todo eso está bien, no es interferencia. El tema es la idea de que yo digo, yo quiero decir, ahí está la interferencia.
Very good. Now, so the questioner follows. Now the questioner says, you stated a very important point, but that is not possible for a person to see every single time, is it? Hmm?
El interlocutor pregunta, usted ha dicho un punto muy importante, pero no es posible que una persona vea todas las veces, ¿verdad?
Dadashri says, if one cannot remain in that state, if you cannot, then pratikraman should be done. Pratikraman should be done when such a thought arises. If you cannot remain as the knower and seer in exactness, then pratikraman should be done. In other words, now this is the final pratikraman of the Gnani. You see, we are all Gnanis. We are all mini Gnanis, okay? But we are well on our way to become full Gnanis. But in the process, this is the exact way. If you cannot remain the knower seer of what is happening in your interaction with anyone from morning till evening, then you have to do pratikraman. You see, Dada, I slipped. Oh Dada, I slipped. I was supposed to continue to see and know what was happening, but I got involved. Please forgive me. That's it. So, in other words, this is a continuous process of pratikraman. Pratikraman, turning around where? Aggression, this is away from Amapura. Turn around, and come back to Amapura. Amapura, Soya Amapura. You see? Turn around, turn around.
Yes. Dadashri dice, si uno no puede permanecer en este estado, entonces hay que hacer practikraman. Hay que hacer practikraman. Y si tú no... I have no where to read.
Okay, I will give you
I will say what you said before. Mantenerse en el estado, este es el practikraman más elevado, ¿no? El final practikraman, ¿no? Es el practikraman que nos permite llegar, es el proceso para llegar a ser un full nani, un nani total. Y es mirar en las interacciones diarias y en ese momento decir, oh, Dada, me involucré, perdóname. Entonces es dar la vuelta y volver al alma pura. Eso es lo importante.
Now, continuing. So, who is it that has to do pratikraman? Dada is very precise now. Who does the pratikraman? The pratikraman is not to be done by you, the Amapura. As this is Akram Vignan, the veils of Kashai, anger, pride, deceit, and greed that remain are quite dense. You see? And therefore, now if Chandubai tells someone off, says something hurtful in a way that it hurts the other person, then you have to tell Chandubai, hey, why did you do Atikraman? So now do Pratikraman. You as the pure soul are not to do the Pratikraman, okay? I think this is clear to all Mahatmas.
Yes. ¿Quién es el que tiene que hacer el practikraman? Tú no tienes que hacer tú no tienes que hacer el practikraman. Como esto es Akram Vignan, los velos de Kashais, la ira, el orgullo, la codicia y el engaño, que quedan son bastante densos. Ahora, si Chandubai regaña a alguien de una manera que hiere a otra persona, entonces tú tienes que decirle a Chandubai, oye, ¿por qué hiciste esa tikraman? Agresión, ¿no? ¿Puedes ahora hacer practikraman? Tú, como alma pura, no haces el practikraman.
Now, the Atikraman is the final paragraph. The Atikraman is of the Pudgal. And Pratikraman is also of the Pudgal. You see, this is the critical thing. This is the science behind Akram Vignan. You do Atikraman means aggression is done by the Pudgal, the emptying, filling complex, the karma complex, or whatever you want to call him. And Pratikraman is also of the Pudgal. The inherent nature of the pure soul is to continuously remain as the knower, to have the decisive conviction that I am pure soul. That itself is called the experience of the self. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay.
Mm, de- el Atikraman es del Pudgal y el Pratikraman también es del Pudgal. La naturaleza inherente al alma pura permanece continuamente como el conocedor, tener la convicción decisiva de que yo soy alma pura. Eso mismo se llama la experiencia del ser.
Uh-huh. See, these last two sentences, are Apta Sutras. You see, these are actually Apta Sutra number 2908 and 29 Apta Sutra 4098. So this thing is Apta Sutra, you see. This sentence, first sentence, and then the second sentence. Last two sentences are two Apta Sutras, you see.
Ujú. Dos últimas oraciones son maravillosas, tanto es así que son aptas, son sutras. El 2908 and the other one was 2908 and the other was
2903 and
okay.
4098. 4098. 4098.
Okay.
4098.
Yes, 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 yes. Entonces estos son dos sutras. Uno es 2903 y el otro es 4098. Esa es la importancia de estas dos
Yeah.
oraciones.
So then Dadashri, when Dadashri says the nature of the pure soul is to continuously remain as a knower, that is the nature of the pure soul. Namapura. Even This is even beyond the gnata. You see, there is a gnata, and then if when you become the continuous knower, then you are called the gnayak. Gnayak. Let me just give you this here now, because this is missing in the translation. I'm going to now give it to you in the translation here in the chat. Okay. Now, this
Es,
one here, see, there is a difference between Gnata and Gnayak. Now, I've just copied the last paragraph here, but you see, this one here to continuous, knowing, seeing is called the Gnayak. Okay, it is Gnayak. It's no longer, because when you and I are Gnata Drashta, pure knower and seer of what is happening, we know and see what is happening. When that becomes continuous, then you are now into your nature. Your nature now is to be the Gnayak only. Gnayak means continuously seeing and knowing only. No interference, zero interference, you see.
yes. Dice, cuando estamos en nata drashta continuamente, entonces es el continuo conocedor y el que ve, vamos a nuestra verdadera naturaleza de Gnayak, y es cero interferencia.
You see, this last sentence, this is the Sapta Sutra. This one here in front of you that I have highlighted, uh, to have the decisive conviction that I am pure soul, that itself is called experience of the self or self-realization. You see, self-realization means in Gujarati, હું નિશ્ચય નિર્ણયથી કેવળ શુદ્ધાત્મા જ છું. Is in other words, by conviction, I'm 100% conviction, and that conviction is now, a firm decision. The decision and the conviction go together. Nishchay and nirnay. You see, nishchay, nirnay, we say it in our Charan Vidi. I am absolutely convinced and that I am pure soul, you see. And that is self-realization. It is, you see, this conviction is the self-realization, you see.
Ujú. Eh, por tener el 100% de la convicción y la firme determinación y decisión de que soy alma pura. Y eso es la realización del ser.
Yes, this is the Apta Sutra 4098, okay?
Y este es el Apta Sutra 4098.
Yeah. This, now, you and I, my friends, we begin to we begin to realize the beauty of this understanding that we have about self-realization. Self-realization is not something visible to others. Self-realization is an internal conviction of that can never be wiped off of Soyamapura. That's it. That is self-realization. There is no, it's nothing more complex. We imagine, oh, this man is Illuminado. Maybe he knows something. Oh, Illuminado. Oh, no. Self-realization is the hallmark of an illuminated one. He has come into the real, he has come into the reality of this, of his own existence in this world. Who am I in this world? See? Who am I?
Yes. Dice, lo bello de la realización del ser es la interna convicción de que soy alma pura y nada más. Esto es lo que dice, bueno, es un iluminado. Es iluminado porque sabe quién es en este mundo.
Yeah, and also look at the beauty of this editing in the Dadavani that we have in front of us. You see, this last paragraph, okay, it completely shows, it exactly shows the world of aggression and movement away from aggression. You see, in other words, turning around. You become aggressive and then you turn around, you see. You turn around. And this is going on in this world all the time. Sometimes you're so aggressive, you get defeated, and then you turn around. You see, you fought like hell, and then you go back to your country, crying or losing half of your buddies in the war. You see, this world of aggression, this world is full of aggression, my friends. And the one who has learned to reverse, move away from aggression, is going in the path of liberation. And the one who is exactly in the realization that all of this aggression and reversal from aggression is not I. I was never an aggressor. I was never uh, uh, moving away from aggression. I was always the Amapura. I'm always the Amapura. This is a fantastic view. This is a fantastic realization, you see. Otherwise there is no end of pratikraman. You will be doing pratikraman from morning till evening and it's not enough, you see. For us it is this last sentence that is most important.
La este mundo está lleno este mundo es agresión, ¿no? De repente en este momento hay guerras en todo el mundo. Entonces es saber que mi ser nunca agredió y que siempre soy alma pura. Y esta es la maravillosa forma de ver las cosas, ¿no? Y es más allá del practikraman. Tener esta visión es más allá del practikraman.
Okay, Shuddhatma Bhagwan, let us take a break, 10 minutes, and then we...
Okay, yes, thank you. Vamos a tomar 10 minutos de recreo y volvemos. Thank you, Shuddha. Jai
Necesitan
Satchidananda.
ayuda.
Thank you, Christian and Patri. Yeah.
Jai Sachitanand, do you listen me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Patricia. Okay. So now we proceed to the next heading, which is on page 19 of Gujarati and page 74 of our PDF. And is entitled The Discovery of the Tirthankar Lords.
El descubrimiento de los Lords Titankars.
You are the pure soul, but although you prevail as the pure soul on one side, on the other side you are still also prevailing in that other, the relative. Meaning, your awareness still tends to go towards that. Our awareness our awareness does not go towards that. Give me 2 minutes. I need to clear.
Yes. Your throat, yes.
Jai Sachitanand Mahatmas.
Jai Sachitanand, Gaby, ¿cómo estás?
Que se ven bonitos. Qué bueno verlos.
Sí.
Jai Sachitanand, Gaby.
Ya me pude conectar.
All right, we are back. So, again, you are the pure soul, but although you prevail as the pure soul on one side, on the other side, you are still prevailing in that other, what we call the relative. Meaning, your awareness still tends to go towards the relative. Our awareness does not go towards that. Therefore, as you move ahead in this manner, by clearing your files with equanimity, the awareness towards the relative will start turning around towards the real. Thereafter, the separation will prevail. So, when complete separation prevails, the relative, will not bother you. Until then, it will continue to interfere a little. Now, this is interesting, and it will continue to interfere means Amapura does not interfere at all. It is this file 1 that interferes, you see? Okay. Mhm.
Tú eres el alma pura, pero aunque tú prevalezcas como el alma pura en un lado, en el otro lado también sigues prevaleciendo en ese otro, en el relativo. Es decir, tu conciencia todavía tiende a ir hacia eso. Nuestra conciencia no se dirige hacia eso. Por lo tanto, eh, a medida que tú avanzas de esta manera, despejando tus archivos con ecuanimidad, la conciencia hacia lo relativo comenzará a girar hacia lo real. A partir de entonces prevalecerá la separación. Así que cuando prevalezca la separación completa, lo relativo no molestará. Hasta entonces seguirás interfiriendo un poco.
Mhm. Simple, you see? It is. So what is left for you and I, now all of us, is to understand a file, to understand the meaning of the word file, and especially when the file is in front of you, do not interfere. See and know what is going on. You see now, that is the final. The files, if you interfere, the file will stay. It will linger. You know, it is so no interference when the file is there. Mhm.
Ujú. Lo que dice Shuda es que it's written here. Tú también sigues prevaleciendo. No, lo que dice Yuda es entender el significado de lo que es un file. Entonces, si lo puedes entender qué significa file, no vas a interferir. Solo tienes que ver qué es lo que sucede. Y en ese estado el file se resolverá. Y si no, el file continuará allí hasta que puedas resolverlo.
Mhm. Uh, yeah, see this turning. You see, now he talks about this awareness. You see, of the towards of the real of the relative will turns around to the real. You see, now this awareness. Because you see, the file has cleared, so now you have more time to kind of come back to the real, you see. File is like the bus, the double-decker bus that we talked about, you know.
Dice, este conocimiento, esta conciencia se vuelve a lo relativo, ¿no? Eh, esta conciencia hacia lo relativo eh, va a comenzar a girar alrededor, hacia lo real, ¿no? Este conocimiento nos lleva de lo relativo a lo real.
Yeah, the relative is here. The relative is discharging, and it for us, our role is to let it discharge. Let it discharge. Hmm?
La descarga es de lo relativo y nuestro rol es observar.
Yes. So now we come to the next heading. If you want, sorry, the next paragraph. If we want to look at things through our vision, we talked about drashti, evi dada drashti apone, you know. So if you want to look at things through our vision, that is, you will have to, Dada's vision, then you'll have to develop a vision similar to ours, that the entire world is flawless. Entire world is flawless. The fact that it appears to be at fault to you, that itself is a wrong belief. When you consider a person hurling abuses at you as being at fault, that is a wrong belief. This is because the one hurling abuses is the power chetan. You see, and it is the power chetan or the energized chetan. Is remember, see here, it's not a C capital, It is the Pudgal or the relative self that is powered with the life energy of the presence of the self, you see. So, and the real Chetan is actually the pure soul. So, even if he is hurling abuses at you, you still have to see him as a pure soul. The power that was filled Chetan of the other person is interacting with you, your power Chetan, which is your file number one, based on your file, your own karmic account, you see. So that karmic account has to be cleared. Once the karmic account has been cleared, nothing remains pending. Let you read this.
Yes. Y si tú quieres mirar las cosas a través de nuestra visión drashti, entonces tendrás que desarrollar una visión similar a la nuestra, de que el mundo entero es impecable, es libre de faltas. El hecho de que a ti te parezca defectuoso, eso en sí mismo es una creencia errónea. Tú consideras que una persona que te lanza insultos es culpable. Eso es una creencia errónea. Y esto se debe a que el que lanza insultos es el chetan con minúscula del poder, el pudgal, o es el ser relativo que está alimentado con la energía vital en presencia del ser. Y el chetan real, con mayúsculas, es en realidad el alma pura. Así que incluso si él te está lanzando insultos, tú todavía tienes que verlo como alma pura. La energía cargada del chetan de la otra persona está interactuando contigo, tu archivo 1, basado en tu propia cuenta kármica. Esa cuenta kármica tiene que ser despejada. Y una vez que la cuenta kármica ha sido despejada, nada queda pendiente.
This Dada begins very clearly with with saying that if you want to see at things through our vision, like the Gnani's drashti, then you will have to develop a vision similar to, you will have to develop a vision that is similar to ours. And our vision is that the entire world is flawless. So without, now we begin. Now, we say Shuddhatma Joine Shuddhatma Thavani Dada Shakti Apone. That we all know. That Dada, after becoming a Shuddhatma, let me see Shuddhatmas, pure souls. But now, Akhono Sad Upayog. Now the true Upayog, the true use of these eyes is to see the world as flawless. This world is flawless. The world is flawless. There is nothing to find for flaws with it. Don't see and know there is nothing flawed about this world. It is karma. So,
Yeah.
this is very important. You have to cultivate Dada's vision.
Mm,
So, Evi Dada drashti apune. Dada, give me that vision whereby I see the world is flawless. Everybody is a product of his own karma winded in the last life, and now they're spinning in this life here, opening up in this life, you see.
mm. Eh, Acá dice, aclara, ayuda, ¿no? Lo que dice la palabra de Dada es que que tengas, que para tener nuestra visión tienes que tener la visión de impecabilidad, de que nadie es culpable, que todo lo que sucede es el resultado de nuestro propio karma, de la vida pasada. Y somos producto de ese karma que está descargando. Y sí, eso. Y entonces ahí viene, es el momento de pedirle a Dada que nos dé la visión para poder ver con los ojos del alma pura.
Mhm.
Es ver el mundo impecable.
It's called a bhranti, illusion, because you're not seeing it with your own eyes. You're seeing it through the eyes of the intellect. The eyes of the intellect will not let you see it as it is, and therefore it is an illusion. The eyes of the intellect pushes you into the illusion, illusory vision. This is my son, this is my husband, this is my wife, these are my friends, etc., etc. See?
Dice que la ilusión es lo que es porque no vemos con los ojos del alma pura. Entonces al ver con los ojos de la mente, del intelecto, ahí caemos en la ilusión. Caemos en la ilusión de que este es mi marido, esta es mi esposa, este es mi hijo, esto es mío, yo hice lo otro, me hicieron.
Mhm. And once, in those illusory vision, the result of that illusory vision arises in this life in front of you. So now he is your son, he is your daughter, he is your grandson, etc., etc. This is the illusion. And when you clear it, and the clearance means you don't push it away. The clearance is not the pushing it away, but to see it as it is called clearance. In other words, they are pure souls, amapuras, and they are flawless. They have no flaws. You see, there is no flaw here. It is how it is. You see, one of the two sons turns out to be a transgender or a homosexual, or he's doing bad things or whatever. That is how it is. They are flawless. It is not your the fault is in your vision.
Yes. Em, la ilusión de la visión ilusoria es que mi hijo, mi nieto es tal o cual cosa. Y no se trata esa es la visión que estamos teniendo. No se trata de apartarlos, es ver el alma pura y ver los que son libres de faltas. Es así, ¿no? Por ejemplo, si un hijo es homosexual o transexual, la falta no es de él, la falta es mía, es mi, cómo lo miro.
Now, that's the last thing here. Let me just see if it has been translated correctly here.
Bien, sí.
Uh, the the power chetan of the other person is, in other words, the energized human being of the energized human being is called the power chetan, is interacting with you based on your own karmic account. In other words, it is your account that is inviting the reaction from the other person. When he is nice to you, you don't mind it. But the moment he says a few negative words, you are just upset, you see. You understand? And that is where you have to see the Amapura, the pure soul of this person, you see. This person It is from the past life. Guaranteed, 100% guaranteed is from the past life, you see. Mm.
Ujú. Dice que la energía con que se está lleno el otro chetan o la otra persona que está interactuando contigo, ah, yes, yes, put it in English. El poder que llena el chetan de la otra persona está interactuando con el archivo uno de Patricia, por ejemplo, y está basado es el file one, y está basado en mi propia cuenta kármica. Es la cuenta kármica que tiene que ser aclarada, limpiada. Entonces, esa cuenta kármica, una vez que se limpió, no va a quedar nada, nada queda de eso.
See, a guest
Pero cualquier cosa que suceda en lo relativo, todo es mi cuenta kármica.
Mhm. So a guest comes to your home. Externally, through these eyes, physical eyes, you'll say this is a guest, and he stays with you 2 or 3 days, and then he leaves. While he is with you, he gives you a lot of pleasure, good feelings, helps you, etc., etc., and he leaves. You see that person's power chetan. In other words, you see him or her very active in your home, doing this for you, doing this for you, helping you with many things that you don't understand, etc., etc. You see him as a, you see him, with all of that activity that happen in your home is based on your karmic account. It's your own karma account that is unfolding. On the other hand, he may mistreat you, he takes advantage of you, you know, doesn't clean up his room, etc., etc. All of this, that is also your own account, you see. In both ways, you have to see him as pure and flawless here. There are no faults. This is my own account that he came to give me pleasure and a good time, and it is my own account that he came to cheat me or to hurt me or to not help me really. You see, so this is the view of the living Lord. This is the view. Nobody can touch you if it is not your account. To touch you either with reference to pleasure or to with pain is your own account. That is, without your own account, no nimit can do anything to you. You see. Hmm?
Ujú. Yes. Dice que, por ejemplo, viene una persona a tu casa, un invitado, y se queda 2 o 3 días y luego se va. Por ahí esta persona vino, hizo cosas, no sé, cocinó, hizo cosas lindas, fue amoroso. Entonces, lo tienes que ver, que esto es el resultado basado en tu propia cuenta kármica. También puede venir y puede traer dolor o engaño o lo que sea, que no limpie la casa, qué sé yo. Todas cosas así que puedan molestar. Pero es, nosotros tenemos que verlo puro y sin faltas. Y si vino a traerme placer o si vino a traerme dolor o engaño, hay que tener la visión del Lord. En cualquiera de las dos situaciones, esa persona es verla pura y sin faltas.
Mhm. So, my friends, we'll mark this here on page 76. This is where we stop, we pause, you see, uh, because our time is up. And
Ok.
we are deeply grateful for this magnificent, subtle vision that is opening up within each one of us through the grace and the words of Dada, you see, and that is the beauty of his satsang, you see. Hmm? That's the beauty of
Terminamos este satsang con estas hermosas palabras de Dada que nos dan el conocimiento para poder eh, li- elevarnos y liberarnos, ¿no? Esta nueva visión.
yeah.
Thank you. It's beautiful satsang,
Yes,
as always.
every satsang with him makes us fall in love with him, and that is one that's worth falling in love with in this world. You see.
Yes. Cada palabra que leemos de Dada nos hace enamorarnos de él cada vez más.
So Shuddhatma Bhagavan, highest namaskars to your
Highest
presence.
Bhagavan Shuddha.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shraddha. Thank you,
Jai
Shraddha.
Satchidanand.
Thank you, Patricia and
Jai Satchidanand.
Christian and
Jai Satchidanand.
yes,
Jai
thank you.
Satchidanand a todos.
Jai
Jai
Sachit.
Satchidanand a
Jai
todos.
Satchidanand.